Hi, Gary here from MrG Shave. It's Friday, that means it's a head shave. Yeah, I always look forward, as I've said many times before, I always look forward to this shave. Going a little bit different this time. I'm actually going to be using a bowl to bowl lather, and I'm not going to do any breaks as I do with my usual videos. I've got my Greenlandic or Sig Solo brush soaker, and in there I'm going from one extreme to the other is my Omega Mighty Midget, or I think it's called a mixed midget sometimes, so it's mixed badger and boar. I've only used this a few times, but it's the smallest brush I've got, so that's the brush that I'm using today. The razor is a how would I put it? It's a restoration, I guess, but also an alteration. This is a Gillette Ball End Tech open comb razor, but it's got a carbon fibre handle that John June put on it. So I don't know whether you can see that, but it's a beautiful bit of kit. I'm just going to have a look underneath. I think I've used this before, but it basically says made in England, and that's about it. There's no date stamps or anything on it that I can see with my glasses on. But yeah, I don't know whether you'll be able to see that, but it does say made in England. But that's about it. And that has got a Gillette Platinum on its third use in there. The bowl, I decided that I was going to bowl lather because I've literally just responded to Howie. So Howie, if you watch this, cheers for the conversation, mate. He was talking about bowls and so on and so forth, and he thought the Saponificio Varicino was an unusual bowl and he hadn't come across it in the past. But where have you been, Howie? And he was talking that he used a noodle bowl. He's obviously from the US, and he uses a noodle bowl as a shaving bowl. And I responded saying, I've got a Christmas pudding bowl, and here it is. So this is a Christmas pudding bowl. I've put the soap in there already, so that's ready to be lathered up. So yeah, so that's what I'm using. So let's just get on with it and we can carry on chatting. Oh, I tell you what I haven't done is I haven't put any hot water in my... I put this bowl, it's off a set of scales. I put this bowl in my sink so that I can catch the really soapy water before it goes down the plug hole in the sink. I think you guys in the States, is it a faucet? I can't remember. But yeah, we call it the sink, so the bathroom sink. And then I dispose of that soapy water down the toilet, because otherwise the soap seems to clog up the U-bend, the trap in the pipe, and it starts to smell awful. So, and I know there are lots of methods of fixing that, but I just try and get as much of that soapy water down the toilet and dispose of it that way, and I don't have any of those issues. So, right, let's get on with that. I'm just squeezing out the brush, emptying the soaker, and I'm just going to go in here. It's going to look pretty dry, but this is the way I do my lather. Oh, I haven't actually told you what I'm using in terms of the pre-shave that I'm going to use. In fact, I'll put that on now. Is Proraso Red Sandalwood. And the soap that I'm lathering up is Oxford Soap Co. Shaving Soap Sandalwood. So it's a sandalwood shave today. This has got a beautiful scent to it. I'm completely unprepared here. I forgot to put the water in my spray bottle. So let's pressurize that and then is me spraying it on my face straight away. Just get plenty of water on. And I use about that much pre-shave. I don't know whether you can see. It's a decent amount. Rub it between my hands and rub it into my head. And that scent is gorgeous. I do love these sorts of scents in the winter and, you know, autumn, winter. These are my kind of scents. I don't use citrusy scents at all. I think in the last video I mentioned I bought a new cloth or a new face cloth to use with my straight razor, but I find it useful for all shaves really. So let's carry on with this. So how's your week been? I hope you've all achieved what you set out at the beginning of the week to achieve. As you all know by now, or those of you that watched my straight shave video on Wednesday, I met up with Jim Will Shave on Tuesday for lunch, which was rather enjoyable. He's feeling under the weather at the moment, so get well soon, mate. I think he thinks he's coming down with a normal cold, so we'll have to wait and see. I feel fine. I met up with him on Tuesday. I don't have any I don't feel ill at all, so that's a positive. You know, because of what's going around, you've obviously got to worry about that. COVID-19. But yeah, so I hope you get better soon, mate. You'll soon be back shaving loads. I mean, I know you've put up a video, but it can sometimes, you know, you just don't feel like it if you're not feeling well. I know that feeling, so. Right, so a little bit more about this soap. I don't really know a lot about the company, but I may, smelling this. This was sent to me by the Personal Barber Club. It was a subscription that I used to be involved with, and they send these small tubs out of soap as part of your subscription. I think I paid £25 a month, and you'd get a whole box full of goodies for that, and it worked out quite. You know, it was quite a good deal really, and you got to try different soaps, which kind of suited me at that point in time. And this is one of them. So I'll show you again. This is the lid, Oxford Shaving Co. or was Oxford Shaving Soap Co. Oh God, I'll get it right. Oxford Soap Co. Shaving Soap, Sandalwood. And this is actually a cream. Well, I would say it's more of a cream than a soap or a croap. It's really, really soft. And it's lathering up quite well in this bowl. Let's just get that soap off my finger. So yeah, so what I tend to do is I have a pretty dry brush. I squeeze out the brush after soaking it, as you have to do with a natural hairbrush. I squeeze it out. I don't bother flicking it because usually by the time I've squeezed it out there's very little water left in there. And then I get it to a point where it's like a paste in the bottom of the bowl, and then I'll start squirting from my spray bottle. And I put 4 sprays in at a time, which equals about 2 teaspoons approximately. So I'm going to add some more to this. I've put 4 in already. And then I just continue. I think this will probably be enough. all the bubbles are dissipating now, or not dissipating, but it's now nice and smooth and creamy. And that's looking pretty good. It's a great little brush, this. If you're traveling, I'd take this and this little brush and probably this razor or another similar one. Another similar one that I've got. Another Gillette Ball End Tech, but closed comb. And you can do your head and face with that, no problem. So I'm just wetting the dome down a bit more. And let's get on with the shave. But great little brush. Fantastic little brush this. I really like it, enjoy using it. And it just goes to show you don't need these massive 32, 34 millimeter brushes, you know, 34 millimeter knots to get a good head shave. You can use something as small as this. I don't even know what size the knot on this is. I'll have a look and I'll put it up there now. But this is doing a great job. It's still a bit scritchy because I've only used it about 2 or 3 times, so this has got to break in, as all natural hairbrushes do. But this is doing an excellent job and I'm well pleased with that. So here we go. Gillette Ball End modified, I should say modified Gillette Ball End Tech open comb, made in England. It's got a carbon fibre handle and it was modified by John June, which he's done a superb job here. So the only thing I worry about with this razor, because even though it's open comb, it's quite a mild razor, but what I'm worried about with it is the handle is quite short. It's about 2.5 or 3 inch handle. And that's not great for head shaves. You really want a longer handle. You want a 3.5, 4 inch handle for doing head shaves. So I do prefer to use the longer handled razors on my head. But this is doing an excellent job at the moment. I can feel it cutting. I can hear it cutting. Just got to be careful with it really, because even though it's a mild razor, it will still cut. It'll still give you a cut. So but just remember, very little pressure. Let the head and the razor and the blade do the work. But this is a very comfortable shave at the moment and I'm not too worried about it. And actually the handle length didn't cause me too much of an issue, although with my back, that if my back was playing up I wouldn't be able to use this. Mind you, I probably wouldn't be shaving my head if my back was playing up anyway, so but that's done a great job. So a bit more water. So what's everybody doing this weekend? Let's just feel around. The slickness is already there even after one pass. There's a lot of stubble left, but it's removed the majority of it. I'm sort of down, if you've used an electric sort of hair trimmer, I've got it down to that level with one pass. If you used a trimmer with a guard off, great. So yeah, as I was saying, what have you got planned this weekend? Anything special? I'm doing this weekend. What am I doing? I think I'm doing a stir fry tomorrow, Chinese stroke Thai style stir fry. Going to use green Thai curry paste in it, and so that's the plan for tomorrow. And then Sunday I'm doing a slow roast marinated lemon chicken. So it's going to go in at 140 degrees C. I don't know what that is in Fahrenheit, but I'll put that up there. Put it on 140 degrees Fahrenheit for about 4 hours. And you put the potatoes, and if you want to roast veg with it of any sort, you put it all in and throw it in for 4 hours. It comes out perfect every time. But you need, it's about 8 lemons. But that's cool. It tastes great. You know, it has garlic, rosemary, lemon. I've had it a few times before. Got to marinate it for 4 hours before you put it in the oven. So in lemon juice and salt and pepper and garlic and oil. So you just rub it all around the inside of the chicken and all over the outside of the chicken. And actually I lift the skin and squirt the juice underneath as well, so it comes out beautiful. So here we go. So yeah, that's the plan for Sunday. And there's me saying I don't do citrus in the autumn or winter. And I'm doing a lemon chicken. I've got to be careful of that spot. It's pretty much gone. There's still a small bump there. If you remember, I think it was last week, I took the top off that bump on my neck and it bled like a billy goat. Oh, this feels great. I'm really enjoying this. The handle, yes, it's a bit too short. I don't feel like I've got full control because the only bit that I've actually got a grip of is my index finger and my thumb. It doesn't, yes, I curl that finger around it, but I don't feel like I've got the control that I would have with a longer handle razor. So let's go over the top. But this is a great shave. It seems my daughter's arrived. They're making, my daughter and my mother are making the Christmas cake today because she soaks it, my mother soaks it with brandy for at least 6 weeks before Christmas and lets it mature. It's a proper way to make a Christmas cake. So we all enjoy our cooking in this family. So sorry if you can hear shouting in the background. That's probably the puppy trying to tear holes in somebody's trousers or joggers. Bear with me. I think I better go and have a look at that. Right, I'm back. Sorry about that, but the kitchen is right below the bathroom, and they were in the kitchen and the dog was attacking both my daughter and my mother. So I had to remind them that I was filming and that everything they said or shouted could probably be heard in the background. But yeah, the puppy is he's full of energy, as you'd expect a puppy to be, but he loves, I don't know what it is, but he loves your trousers, or especially joggers. If you've got joggers or tracksuit bottoms or whatever, forget it. I mean, he'll just tear them apart because he'll just follow you around the house and he'll once he gets a hold, he'll lie down on the floor. So if you're walking somewhere, you're dragging him behind you. It's hilarious. So yeah, fun and games to be had with a puppy. But yeah. So yeah, let's get back to the products that I'm using. This brush, I can't wait for this to break in properly. It's still a bit too scritchy for me, but it'll get there. Won't be long. The soap, the scent strength on this soap is certainly approaching that of Top Sandalwood. It's a really strong scent. I would say it's a good 7 out of 10. It's right in your face. It's the kind of soap that I love, especially in the autumn. It really is a really nice soap, and I think, if I'm honest, once I've used this, I don't know whether it's a sample tub or whether they come in those size tubs or tins. I can't really call it a tub, it's in a metal tin. But once I've used that up, I will be getting some more of that. Yeah, this is where I'm finding it a little bit difficult. Let's try it this way. That's better. I'm being careful now because I'm not used to using this razor for a head shaver, but it's doing the job. I can hear it cutting, I can feel it cutting. Really feel that cutting. But the soap is really nice, really slick. It's not quite Wickham's, but it's not far off. I would quite happily use this for a straight shave. So excellent stuff. I highly recommend it, and as I say, I will get some more of this. Feels great. I like the handle on this, but the one thing you've got to be aware of is that, you know, this carbon fibre handle on it, it's very, very slippery if you get soap on it. But it looks great. I don't know what it is about having a black handled razor with a chrome or tin plated head. Just looks cool to me. I love razors that have that look. And this, I think, is me done, but we'll see. See if I've got any pickups. It wouldn't surprise me if I've got pickups because it's a mild razor and it's got a very short handle. Well, not much. I have to say I've been pretty good there. I've got a tiny little patch there that I think I must have missed completely. A little bit of a line there. But other than that, I'm BBS. And I've pretty much used up all the soap. So that's great. I'm just going to go back over this section very carefully so I catch that. Almost felt like a mini triangle of hair. But I somehow missed on all 3 passes. Has anybody ever done that? It's the shaving the head, they keep missing one spot. First for me. It's right in the crease of my neck, so I can see why I've missed it. At the base of the skull. That's it, got it. It's done. That's it, VBS. Fantastic. So, this is what I usually do. I take the bowl out of the sink, I take the razor out of the bowl out of the sink, and then just pour it down the toilet. Give it a swirl. Same thing, and then put some cold water in there with my face cloth. And then I'll clean my razor up after the shave. And I'll clean the brush up after the shave. Oh, that's nice. I'm pretty certain I don't need alum. I'm going to use it, but I'm pretty certain that that is not going to be necessary. This feels great. I can usually feel it if I'm going to feel a burn. So cold water. In fact, I'm just going to rinse my head. I left my glasses on my t-shirt, so they're covered in water now. Right, let's get the alum. Talking about alum, I bought these sticks because I've seen other people use it. If I'm honest, I think I prefer the blocks, because they cover a larger area. You can put the block and it covers a larger area. These, I'm not always certain that I've got every single patch of skin with it. Not that you really need it. There's no burn at the moment, none whatsoever. A little bit at the back, I'd say 1 out of 10, and that's in my neck area. Nothing on my actual dome. Got no feedback. It's a fantastic shave, this. Just goes to show. And that's a great thing, because if I'm away, I could just take that one razor with me, do my face, do my head, everything. Not an issue. I wouldn't need to take 2 razors. And that's, you know, the kind of thing that I'd like to take. I mean, again, I can do that with pretty much any razor I've got, but they don't all come as compact as this one does. It comes in this box. You put the handle down here and the head in there. This, I've actually got blades in here. It's just a little, I think it's plated with tin, but it's actually got blades in there. So if you're going away, you take that little brush, that mighty midget, the Omega mighty midget. You take this razor, and you can do head and face shaves with this, no problem. Sorry it's a bit grungy, but just give it a quick wipe off. But I'll clean this properly now afterwards. Every time I use a razor, I clean it. Usually where I have the break just before the post shave, I stop the camera, I clean my brushes, I clean all the shaving products that need cleaning, actually put some of them away, and then I get on and do the post shave. But because I'm doing this in one hit, I'm kind of doing it all at the end. So, right, that feels great. That's pretty clean water, so I'm just going to let that go down the sink. Wash that off. I do love the cold rinse. I love every single stage of shaving. It's so cathartic. Now, there's a posh word. It just is. I mean, it's time for yourself, you know. Time to think things through sometimes. To talk to you guys. You all know what I'm talking about. Right then, post shave. Boots, tea tree and witch hazel. This one's cloudy, I don't know why, but it still does the job. Usually when you buy this, it's absolutely clear. But at the end of the day, it might just be something to do with the batch. But it hasn't harmed me, it hasn't upset my skin. Apart from when you get it in your eye. Note to self, don't do that. The aftershave today, Boots aftershave. This is the Freshwood. Goes really well with any sandalwood or cedarwood shaving soaps or creams. Oh yeah. I love it. It doesn't last very long, but that's fine. I don't mind that. You can reapply it or put some more expensive EDT on or something like that. And I'm using the same balm, Freshwood balm. If I remember correctly, this is quite thick. Let's just shake it up a bit. Bit too much, but I just scooped it back in the bottle. That's all I'm putting on my head. And that has got a wonderful smell. A bit more woody than the actual aftershave, but really nice. It goes really well together. Rub the rest on the arms. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is the end of today's shave. I will now see you tomorrow. I'm not sure what I'm using tomorrow. It's going to be one of my favourites. It's sort of a Christmas suggestion list. I mean, this you could buy. Even a beginner could buy this. It looks a bit more aggressive than it actually is, but it's actually a very mild razor. But if you're a beginner and you wanted to get a vintage razor, I'd say the Ball End Tech closed comb would be the one to go for. Excellent razor, lots of history to it. And they're quite cheap as well. So, they vary in prices, but you can get them quite cheap. They could, you could actually get it around sort of 20 quid, 20 pounds. I don't know, that's maybe $25, $30. But stocking filler, maybe. But to get one like this, that comes with a case like that, that's quite rare. So, perfect bit of kit. So that's it from me. I will see you now tomorrow with another one of my favourite razors or a suggestion for Christmas. All the products that I use from now until Christmas will be suggestions that if you need some inspiration, I'm there. I'm your man. See you then. Bye now.